Elle begins narrating her story, recalling the time she spent with Noah before he left for Harvard. Their relationship felt strong, but as her senior year of high school begins, doubts start to creep in. Her classmates gossip about how long-distance relationships never work out, planting seeds of fear in Elle's mind. Her worries grow when she notices that Noah has befriended a beautiful British girl named Chloe on Instagram. Meanwhile, Noah is feeling insecure because Elle has been giving him space, which he misinterprets as her ignoring him. Frustrated, he calls her and insists that they need to be closer and maintain their bond. During their conversation, Noah suggests Elle apply to Harvard so they can be together. However, this clashes with Elle's lifelong plans to attend the University of California, Berkeley, with her best friend Lee. Their moms had gone to Berkeley together, and this was always a part of Elle and Lee's shared dream. Torn between her relationship with Noah and her friendship with Lee, Elle decides to apply to Harvard without telling Lee. As the school year progresses, Elle and Lee begin planning another kissing booth for the charity fair. Lee suggests that Marco Peña, the handsome new transfer student who has quickly become the school heartthrob, should be one of the kissers. Marco's good looks and confident demeanor have earned him the nickname, the new Noah Flynn, which stirs mixed feelings in Elle. One day, during a gym class, a group of girls plays a trick on Elle by turning on the school microphone while she is caught ogling Marco's workout routine on the screen. Embarrassed but trying to laugh it off, Elle finds herself teased by Marco later about the incident. Despite the awkward start, Marco's teasing is lighthearted and good-natured. At the school's athletic games, Marco proves his skills by leading his team to victory, including a win against Elle's team. However, Elle and Lee still take pride in their unbeatable high score on the dancing game at the local arcade, a tradition that has bonded them for years. But their joy is short-lived when they discover that their high score has been beaten by someone named MVP. Determined to reclaim their title, Elle investigates and finds out that MVP is none other than Marco. Feeling competitive, Elle challenges Marco to a dance-off. The stakes are high, but Elle pushes herself and ultimately beats Marco, forcing him to. Elle decides to visit Noah in Boston, hoping to strengthen their relationship despite her insecurities. She meets Noah's new group of friends, including Chloe, the attractive British girl from Instagram. While Chloe is friendly and confident, her presence makes Elle feel uneasy and heightens her doubts about Noah's loyalty. Elle returns home and focuses on her college interviews. During one interview, an interviewer advises Elle not to worry about living up to others' expectations and encourages her to embrace her true self. This advice lingers in Elle's mind, but her insecurities resurface when she finds an earring under Noah's bed after her visit. Angry and hurt, Elle confronts Noah, who assures her that nothing has happened between him and Chloe. He asks her to trust him, but Elle struggles to let go of her doubts. Back at home, Elle talks to her father about college tuition and learns that money is tight. Determined to help and ensure she can afford college, Elle decides to enter a dance competition with Lee, which offers a $50,000 cash prize for first place. They begin practicing intensively, but during one session, Lee fakes an injury, claiming he can no longer be her partner. He suggests Marco as a replacement. Elle is reluctant to agree but ultimately accepts, knowing the stakes are high. As Elle and Marco spend more time together preparing for the competition, they develop a natural rhythm and connection. Their shared moments spark a growing attraction, leaving Elle confused about her feelings. Marco's charm and attentiveness contrast with the tension she feels in her long-distance relationship with Noah. Meanwhile, Noah attends a concert with Chloe, which Elle finds out about when she calls him that night. His phone is in his room, and his roommate casually mentions that Noah is out with Chloe. The next day, Noah speaks to Elle but doesn't tell her about the concert, choosing to hide the truth. This dishonesty deepens Elle's doubts and makes her question whether their relationship can withstand the distance and the secrets. Unbeknownst to Elle, Lee's relationship with his girlfriend, Rachel, is becoming strained. Elle has been joining Lee and Rachel almost everywhere, unintentionally intruding on their time as a couple. Rachel grows frustrated when Elle's constant presence begins to overshadow their relationship. One evening, Rachel is left waiting at the movies because Lee is busy with Elle. She confronts Lee about the issue and asks him to talk to Elle. Although Lee promises to address it, he never follows through. When the Halloween dance arrives, the tension between Lee and Rachel worsens. Lee forgets to inform Rachel that their planned group costume has changed. While Rachel arrives dressed as a marshmallow, Lee and Elle show up as crackers, completing a s'more without her. Feeling left out and upset, Rachel grows even more distant. At the dance, Elle shares a moment with Marco on the dance floor. Their chemistry is undeniable, and they almost kiss, but Elle pulls back when she overhears the OMG girls, Mia, Olivia, and Gwyneth, gossiping about her. Embarrassed and conflicted, Elle retreats, unsure of her growing feelings for Marco. On the day of the dance competition, tensions boil over between Elle and Lee. While getting ready, Lee discovers Elle's hidden college applications to Harvard in his car trunk. Furious that she has been keeping this from him, he confronts her, leaving their friendship shaken. Despite the argument, Elle and Marco give a stellar performance at the competition. Their synchronized moves and palpable connection captivate the audience. As their routine ends, Marco impulsively kisses Elle. The crowd cheers, but Elle is unaware that Noah is watching from the audience. Hurt and betrayed by what he sees, Noah quietly leaves before Elle can spot him. When Elle and Marco are announced as the winners, she feels a mix of emotions. Her first instinct is to chase after Noah, realizing the gravity of what just happened, but she hesitates, torn between the moment's triumph and the heartbreak she may have caused. Thanksgiving dinner takes place at the Flynn residence, but it turns into a tense and emotional evening for Elle. Noah arrives with Chloe, which upsets Elle, as her insecurities about their relationship resurface. During dinner, Lee confronts Elle about her secret application to Harvard, expressing his anger and disappointment. At the same time, Rachel is upset with Elle for constantly intruding on her relationship with Lee. The situation worsens when Rachel learns that Lee never spoke to Elle about giving them the space they needed as a couple. Feeling betrayed and frustrated, Rachel storms out. Lee follows her, but their conversation leads to a painful breakup. Distraught, Elle tries to convince Rachel to reconcile with Lee, but Rachel stands firm in her decision. Later, Elle returns the earring she found under Noah's bed to Chloe. Chloe confirms that it belongs to her but explains the misunderstanding. She reveals that one night she had slept in Noah's room while he was out and accidentally left the earring behind. Elle begins to realize that her jealousy and doubts may have been misplaced. The carnival day arrives, bringing moments of resolution. At the kissing booth, Lee and Rachel are blindfolded and, in a twist of fate, end up kissing each other. This moment rekindles their connection, and they reconcile. Elle also participates in the kissing booth while blindfolded and is approached by Marco, who wants to discuss their feelings. Elle admits that there is an attraction between them but makes it clear that her heart belongs to Noah. Determined to make things right, Elle goes to look for Noah, knowing they are both leaving that night. Chloe tells her that Noah went to find her, and Elle eventually finds him at the park where they shared their first kiss. In a heartfelt conversation, Noah opens up about feeling embarrassed and insecure about his struggles at Harvard. He also expresses his desire to have a friendship with Chloe, similar to the one Elle shares with Lee. Moved by his honesty, Elle and Noah reconcile, reaffirming their love for each other. Despite the challenges they've faced, they decide to move forward together, stronger than before. 6 to 7 months later, Noah returns home, just in time for Elle, Lee, and Rachel's graduation. The trio celebrates their achievement, but the future looms large for Elle as decisions about college await. During the festivities, Lee excitedly shares with Elle that he was accepted into Berkeley, their dream school. He then asks if she has heard back from her applications. Elle hesitates but eventually admits that she was waitlisted at both Berkeley and Harvard, keeping her uncertainty alive. As the day unfolds, Marco watches Elle from a distance. His friend notices his lingering feelings and tries to dissuade him, saying Elle isn't worth it. Marco, however, firmly believes she is and doesn't let go of the hope he has for her. Later, in the privacy of her room, Elle opens the long-awaited envelopes from both universities. To her surprise, she discovers that she has been accepted to both Berkeley and Harvard. This exciting yet daunting news leaves Elle facing a critical decision. Should she follow her heart to Harvard and be with Noah, or honor her lifelong friendship with Lee and join him at Berkeley? As Elle sits with the letters in hand, she realizes the weight of her choice and how it will shape not only her future but also her relationships with the two most important people in her life. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.